Okay. Oh, there we go. Live on Facebook, live on Instagram. Okay. Let me get my IG and type in the topic. Today's topic is okay, thinking he'll just know how to treat you, sis, is problematic. Okay. All right. I put a clip right here because I'm sick of my bangs falling in my face, my curly bangs. Okay. Live on Facebook, live on Instagram. Let's see. All right. Okay. I'm proud of myself. I'm being consistent. Here we are with day 4 in my topic series called Cliches in Dating That Are Holding Us Back. And so this is day 4. And the fourth cliche that I hate, oh, when people say it, I just am like, the things that we listen to on social media are not the things we need to be listening to. So today's cliche that I believe is holding you back is the saying, thinking like he'll just know how to treat you, right? So I read this on Instagram and I see it on Twitter all the time and it's going around. And it basically says that you no longer want to, hold on, I think I wrote it down. Hold on. I could have swore I thought I wrote it down. Okay, so I must have thought that I've written it down or wanted to write it down and didn't. But anyway, it basically says, I'm no longer going to explain to a man how to treat me. And I saw all the comments of the women at the bottom, like, oh, yeah, facts. I ain't doing that. He should just know. Da 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 da. And that concerns me. Okay. And this is why obviously today's and the next 10-15 minutes, I'm going to tell you why I believe that it is problematic. And I am also somebody who hates happy wife, happy life. Okay. Because sometimes when there are things floating around on the internet or when I hear these things come out of the mouth of women, I'm like, oh, so you just want a consistent D. You know what that means. You just want to be able to say that you got a man at the next barbecue. You just want to not feel guilty about having the sex that you're having. That's what you want. You don't really want a man with feelings and who's a human. You just want this robot. You want to fit into this societal standard of just having a man. And that's what I like see. And I'm just like, I cringe when I see these sayings because it's really just um, throwing more fuel to the already problematic fire of women thinking that you just deserve this good man because you are a woman, of women thinking that you have no work that you need to do to put forth a better effort to getting the relationship that you want. Like saying these things is very like, oh, well, I'm not going to tell him he should just know. And that's how I'm going to get a man. Like, I don't like that. Like, we have just like discarded and put aside the feelings of men and the humanness, especially with the happy wife, happy life. Like, no, how about happy individuals, happy life? Like, I hate these sayings because when you don't know about relationships and when you don't know about yourself, you take it to the utmost extreme. Somebody healthy reading, oh, he'll just know how to treat me, already knows that's not true. That's not true. So if you are like facts, exactly, that lets me know that you have not gone on a true self love journey. Okay. And I don't say this to judge, I say this to open your eyes, to enlighten you on what a real self love journey is, because it is way more than getting a massage every month. It's way more than that, okay? And I've been there. Again, you know my story. Before 2017, I was you, and this is why I can pick some things to talk about and then explain it to you in a better way now that I'm 10 steps ahead of you. So now I'm like reaching back, like, okay, if you need my help, here's my hand. But you got to want to change. So I hope that this lands on open ears and an open heart. Okay. So here's what you want. You want a man to treat you with like respect, be loyal to you, and show you love. Okay. That's what you want in a relationship. Okay. What you need, what all humans need in relationships, is to be seen, heard, and valued. Okay. So that's what you want and that's what you need. And what you've tried to get that out of these relationships and situationships you're in. Okay. Different name, but the same kind of relationship, the same kind of dysfunction. I call it the revolving door of dysfunction. So what you've tried to get what you want, the loyalty and respect and love. Okay. And what you've tried to get what you need to be seen, heard, and valued. You've tried the following advice. Don't tell him how to treat you. I don't want to go through another stage in life where I'm telling someone how they should treat me. That's the advice that you're following. Trying to get the outcome of what you want and need in a relationship. But that's the advice you're following. So to me, that's passive aggressive. That's problematic. And I assume if you're like that in your situationships and your relationships, you're like that with other people, family and friends. You're passive aggressive. How well is that working out for you? How well is that working out for you? And I'm just going to insert your answer. Not very well. Not very well. And I'm sure you're frustrated, right? You're tired. You're sick and tired of being sick and tired. And the reason why you're passive aggressive, well, there's a few reasons, but I'm going to tell you two. You have a boundary issue. And you also don't know how to use your voice and stick up for yourself because you're not confident in your decision making. So you don't speak up for yourself because you're like, well, he should just know. And an underlying issue for not speaking up for yourself and not being confident is you are, yeah. So wait, sorry. The underlying issue for not speaking up for yourself and you not being confident, the underlying issue is your fear of being single. Your fear of being a failure because now you're 37 and you're single and this is relationship number 5 and it's not working out. So you have this fear of failing, right? Of being called a failure by society. Listen, I had a whole auntie tell me she was worried about me because I'm single. Trust me, I'm fine. I ain't never been better. But these are the things that we hear, right? So not only are you passive aggressive, you're not speaking up for yourself. So you're not confident. The underlying issue is I'm afraid to be single. I'm now a failure because this relationship isn't working out. So then what happens is all of that frustration turns into anger. So then when you read things like this, excuse me. So when you read things like this, I don't want to go through another stage in my life where I'm telling someone how they should treat me. You're like, yeah, exactly. Because he should just know. That makes no sense when it comes to human behavior. Nobody just knows you. You barely even know you. So why you think he gonna know how to love you? So like outside of like character things, right? Like people should know the respect when it comes to like just respecting a stranger, right? When you first meet a guy, there should be respect there, like normal respect. But outside of that, he's not going to know that you hate getting flowers. He's not going to know that you love getting flowers. So again, for me, my like top 3 things that I'm like, okay, so from when I'm dipping my toe in this dating world, as far as character in a man, he has to be a great communicator and also willing to get better. He has to have worked on himself and wants to continue to grow. And working on yourself doesn't mean, oh, I just sit in my house and I play video games. Nope. He's had to have a mentor, counseling, therapy, coaching of some sort, professional and personal development of some sort. Otherwise, I'm not even talking. If you don't even believe in therapy and you think therapy is weird, we will never talk. I promise you. And then he also has to be good at relationships. Okay. And then I expect that for me. So when you're out here writing your list about what you want in a man, are you even that? So am I a good communicator? Am I great at relationships? Have I worked on myself and want to continue? And I can say yes for all three. So therefore, my standard is here. And if you somewhere down here, we will never talk. We won't even get to the point where we're like, okay, this may be, do we like each other? Mm-mm. And so me being somebody who has worked on myself, I now know when I'm in these relationships, I have to tell people how to treat me, period. I know how to set and keep a boundary because I'm so confident in my singleness that I will no longer be afraid. I don't let the fear of, oh my gosh, I'm going to be alone, stop me from speaking up for myself. So I speak up for myself and I tell him what I like and don't like through the lens of what I know today about myself entering into this relationship with you. And then I adjust as we go. Then I tell him what I like and don't like as they arise. For example, I don't like flowers. I'm not a flower woman, right? Because we love to say, I ain't like these other women on one hand. And then on the other hand, you're like, I'm no longer going to teach. I'm not going to tell a man how to treat me and how to love me. I'm not going to do that. But you just said you're not like these other women. So how you going to know that you different? Where's the facts for that to back it up? You got to stop having this attitude about, well, I'm a woman and I just deserve a man. You have to stop having that attitude. So anyway, like I said, and dipping my toe, it's like, I don't like flowers, but I also add now, because I know, especially back then, I didn't really like flowers. I don't, but on my birthday and like Valentine's Day, can I get some flowers? Surprise pop up here and there. That's cool. I just don't like them every week. And I don't like them because, or like, you don't have to show up at the date with flowers for me. I'm not that girl. I don't care. And these are things that we need to communicate. Maybe you do like flowers. Communicate that. For me, I'm not a words of affirmation person, right? Because I know my love language. If you don't know your love language, you need to look that up. 5 love languages. I'm more of an acts of service girl, but I will say, especially being in a lot of long distance relationships or talking to men who don't live in my state, I like words of affirmation. I want to know that, yes, you think that I'm beautiful or whatever nice things you want to say about me. I just don't like it all the time. It's just like the flowers. If I dress up for something, maybe once a week, and like, oh, you look so good today, or I like your curls today, or whatever, like that works for me. But every day, I can't do that. You don't have to tell me how beautiful I am every day. We know. We know. Look at me. I'm fine. Okay. So anyway, this is what I'm saying. These are the conversations that you have to have. And it is not bad to tell somebody how you want to be treated. It is not a negative. It doesn't mean you're weak. I don't know why women say that. I don't like that meme that floats around. I hate it. That cliche is just so problematic to me. Ain't nobody gonna know, not even your parents. My parents still treat me like I'm 12, and I've had to, at this grown big age, tell them I don't like that no more. Don't call me every day. Don't do this. Don't do that. But again, the reason why you don't, and the reason why you're passive aggressive, is because you are not confident in your singleness. So I want you to consider this. He's not going to know what you want. And at times you don't even know what you want. So how is he going to know? Stop thinking of men as these magical mind reader creatures, right? They're not. Sorry. They're not. And until you go on a true self-love journey, like you actually study yourself, you do more than take a bubble bath, get massages. You do more, you study yourself. And the one that you are like dating goes on that same journey before he meets you, of course. You won't ever arrive at the place where you want to be at, in my opinion. Now, I'm sure there are people out there who could say, well, I didn't know myself. He didn't know myself. Somehow y'all worked it out. But I bet you went the long way, the scenic route, and there was a lot of drama and turmoil. And I promise you, relationships to be happy don't have to finally arrive after the drama and turmoil and the cheating and the disrespect. It doesn't have to be that way. I promise you it doesn't. I promise you it doesn't. But I get why you think it does, because it's what you see. It's what's out there. It's what's on Love and Hip Hop. It's the celebrities. It's maybe some people in your family, like, oh, this ride or die, traumatic drama type of relationship is what I have to go through for like 2, 3 years, 4, 5 years, and then maybe he'll finally pick me. That's not true. That's not true. So I'm going to end on this. Okay. So again, today's cliche was all about the saying like, oh, I'm no longer going to tell a man how to love me or whatever. And I believe that this thinking of he'll just know how to treat me is problematic. The happy wife, happy life is problematic. You two in a relationship, two people in a relationship have to co-create that. They get to co-author their relationships together. Stop listening to what social media is telling you. If you want a man to treat you with respect and be loyal and show you love, and you need to be seen, heard, and valued in a relationship, then you need to speak up for yourself. And remember, so does he. He's a human, just like you. Men have feelings just like us. Sometimes they're more emotional, okay? Because that ego in men, let me tell you something. They fragile, baby girl. And you have to stop thinking because I am woman and I'm fine, I just deserve a man. Okay, well, he deserves that happiness and loyalty and love as well. So co-create, co-author your relationships. And that's it. I did it. Day 4. I'm going to leave you with 2 questions, as I have been throughout the series this week. First question, why do you think he'll just know how to love you? Why do you think that? Who taught you that? Why do you think he'll just know how to love you? And number 2, why do you feel like his feelings don't matter? Who taught you that? All right, that's my time. Y'all have a great rest of your Thursday, and I'll be back tomorrow on live doing another episode in this series called Cliches in Dating That Are Holding Us Back. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you know my DM be open, girl. Go ahead, slide into my DM. It is open. I want to hear from you today. All right? All right. Bye.